Chapter 6. Mum and Grandma rushed to us as soon as we got home. They'd heard all about the giant spider on the news. The story was everywhere. "Are you two okay?" asked Mum, checking us over. "We're fine," I said. "Nelson," said Grandma, "did he see you?" "The spider?" "No, not the spider. The guy flying the chopper," I asked. "I don't think so. I mean, I was wearing my hood. It covers half my face." Mum gave Grandma an odd look. "Why? Who is he?" I asked worriedly. "Let's go talk in the workshop," said Grandma. We all sat at a long desk in Grandma's secret quarters. In front of us was a wall of screens made from old TVs and computers. "Your father was a great ninja, Nelson," started Grandma. "What happened to him?" I asked. For as long as I could remember, I would always picture Dad in a small fishing boat drifting into a dark storm and being swallowed by the sea. But Thomas Kane, my dad, was a ninja, and I was about to find out the truth. "Your dad went on a ninja mission one day," Grandma explained, "like he'd done thousands of times before. But on this day, he never came back." "You were so little," said Mum. "It was really hard. Grandma and I tried to find out what happened, but we could never get any answers. Your dad just vanished without a trace." "I think I know who is responsible for your dad's disappearance," said Grandma. "A brilliant young man who could have become a great scientist." Grandma took a deep breath. "I was his mentor back when I was a professor. He was my student and I believed in him. But he stole my work and mutated it." "Who was this guy?" I pleaded. "And what did he want with Dad?" "All you need to know right now is that this guy is very dangerous," said Grandma, putting her hand on my shoulder. "And I'm afraid he's still up to no good, creating monsters. I'm guessing he's after something only our town can give him." "Something Duck Creek can give him," said Kenny, pausing with a handful of popcorn halfway to his mouth. Grandma continued, "For years there have been rumours of a rare purple stone only found in this region. The stone has a high amount of hypnomagnetic energy. To most people, this would be useless. But if you know how to use the stone, it's very powerful." Grandma rubbed her chin. My guess is he's trying to drive everyone out of Duck Creek to get to it. He'll do whatever it takes." "What does this stone look like? I asked. It looks just like a plain rock, only it has tiny triangular flecks of purple in it. Grandma grabbed a pencil and began sketching on a pad. She drew a round flat disc, just like the rock I'd thrown at the bug-off can in the woods. You've seen it? Asked Mum. Yes, I said. I used it as a ninja disc. Grandma sat up. Oh my, we have to move quickly. Grandma tapped away furiously on a keyboard. A screen blinked to life. Classified password. What's this? Asked Kenny. Grandma talked while she pressed different buttons. I have access to a secret network available only to the special forces. It seems even the FBI is worried about this guy. He's been working on some crazy stuff for years, and now he's created something really bad. Suddenly, a big headline popped up. Giant spider spotted high in Duck Creek Mountains. Our mountains, said Grandma, nodding in the direction of the rocky ridge looming over Duck Creek. Boys, these spiders are big and very deadly, just like the Triano spider you met today. But there isn't just one giant spider. There's a whole gang of them, different species too. Big, strong tarantulas and trapdoor spiders that can leap entire buildings. They are mutants. More giant spiders? Gulp. Suddenly, I had an idea. Let's use your Zap-O-Matic to shrink them, I said. Get them back to their normal size. Great idea, said Grandma. Or, started Kenny, we can zap some pigeons to make giant pigeons, and they'll just eat the spiders. I think we'll go with plan A, said Mum. Okay, said Grandma, I'll get the Zap-O-Matic ready tonight. The spiders are being controlled by a real bully, and they are probably going to attack really soon. Only someone with special powers will be able to stop them. Mum, Grandma, Kenny, everyone was looking at me. They were counting on me. Me? I felt woozy. What if I let everyone down? I'd had a hard enough time battling one mutant spider, let alone a whole army of them. Chapter 7. I woke to a familiar ringing in my ears. At first, I thought it was my alarm clock, but then I realised it was the high-pitched ringing I'd heard back in the woods, right before the Triano spider attacked. The spider army was coming. I launched out of bed, flew downstairs and ran to get Grandma. To my surprise, she was already at the kitchen table, fitting a shrunken Zap-O-Matic onto my backpack. They are coming, I said. I can hear them. Grandma ran to the window. There they are. They are heading for the town square. A sleepy looking Kenny flicked on the TV. Monster spiders on the loose. Hey, what happened to my cartoons? Whined Kenny. There's no time for that, I said. We have a serious pest problem to deal with. At that moment, the sound of a helicopter thundered overhead and the ringing in my ears grew louder. "Nelson, quick," said Grandma. She threw me the solar-powered shoes and the backpack. The Zap-O-Matic's hose and the nozzle poked out of a pocket on the side. Then Grandma pulled out one more thing. "Just like all the superheroes you've read about, you'll need a disguise so the bad guys can't come after you." "That's okay. I can wear my hoodie again." "That won't do. Too many people have already seen you in that." She handed me a long football sock with eye holes cut out. "A sock? This is my ninja disguise?" "Sorry, I didn't have much time," replied Grandma. "This sock stinks," said Kenny. That was a big deal for Kenny, who'd happily wear the same underwear for a month. Grandma shrugged. "Sorry, Nelson. Like I said, I didn't have much time." I strapped the sock over my eyes and tied it at the side. Next, I tightened the solar-powered shoes, hoping they'd been improved since last time. "Go," said Grandma. "We'll catch up." "But," I stammered, I wanted to ask them, what if I couldn't do this ninja thing? There was so much responsibility. Before I could utter another word, my shoes flew me out of the front door. I couldn't believe how fast I was going. It felt awesome. I was going to be in Town Square in just seconds. But then the sun slipped behind some clouds. Suddenly, my feet stopped moving. Uh-oh. Then just as I expected, the shoes started running backwards. I was heading back home. Whoa! You're kidding, aren't you, Grandma? I muttered to myself. What am I going to do now? Then I had an idea. The heated torch thing. Worth a try. I pulled it out of my backpack and flicked on the switch. I aimed it down at my shoes and whoosh! Click. I was off again, racing like a speeding bullet in the right direction. There was absolute chaos in town. Mayor Brock and all these other people were wrapped in silk and dangling upside down from the top of our town hall. A row of parked cars had been crushed by an enormous tarantula, and people were running and screaming all over the place. 5 giant black spiders were making their way across the car park to the supermarket. As I fumbled for the Zap-O-Matic nozzle, one of the spiders turned and stared right at me. It was so big and hairy and gross, and now it was heading my way. Uh-oh, I wasn't ready for this. Out of the chaos, Kenny emerged on his skateboard, eating an ice cream. He was holding a huge rubber thong under his arm. "Kenny, what are you doing?" I've brought a giant thong to squash the giant spiders. Well, you'd better get out of the way. I'm not sure how to use this thing. I aimed the laser beam at the giant black spider and fired. Zap! My first shot missed and hit a garbage truck instead. It shrank to the size of a matchbox. Ping! The spider kept coming. I focused, aimed, and fired again. This time, the glowing blue beam was right on target. But just before impact, the spider jumped out of the way. The laser beam bounced off a glass door and whizzed back our way, heading straight for Kenny. It struck Kenny's ice cream just as he was about to take a bite. The ice cream shrank down to the size of a coin. Ah! Why does this keep happening to me? Kenny ground. My backpack started beeping. My batteries were low. This meant I had only one shot left. I looked over at the group of giant spiders in the supermarket car park. I had an idea. Kenny, I need you to get me some bug off as much as you can fit in a trolley. I'm on it. Kenny jumped on his skateboard and sped towards the shop. He skated in and out of the spider's legs and into the supermarket. I looked around working out my plan. I had a lot of massive spiders to round up. The huge tarantula was thundering over to a couple of people in the park. Then I realised the people were Sarah and her grandpa. Her grandpa threw his walking stick right at the tarantula. Doink! Uh-oh, that was not a good move. The tarantula was mad. I quickly reached into my backpack and pulled out a ninja disc. I threw it at the spider to distract it. Ting! It worked. The spider turned and started heading towards me. Sarah and her grandpa were safe for now. Suddenly, the loud whipping noise started again. Whop, 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 whop. Then the high-pitched sound. All the spiders stopped and looked up at the red chopper. That maniac must have been controlling them with the sound waves that my improved sense could pick up. The trapdoor and black wider spider scuttled towards the tarantula. They all seemed to be preparing to attack a group of old people. "Incoming!" screeched Kenny as he zipped down the pavement towards me, wheeling a trolley filled with cans of Bug Off. "Yeah! Good work, Kenny." I started piercing the cans with the ninja disc and they began to fizz. We need to lead them away from the old folks and back to the car park where I can safely blast them in one go. Follow me. I grabbed the trolley and began to push it towards the spiders. "Over here," I shouted. "Come and get it." "Uh-oh," said Kenny as the spider herd crawled over to us. "We have to move fast," I yelled. I rode the trolley like a scooter, speeding back to the car park. The bug-off spray fizzed and wafted out, drawing the spiders along. "Incy wincy spiders," Kenny sang as he skated along behind me. I pushed the trolley into the middle of the empty car park. The spiders thundered right over the top of us to get to it. "No!" boomed the voice from the sky, but his commands were being ignored as the spiders bounced on the trolley, devouring the bug spray. Nom nom nom. "Stand back!" I yelled to Kenny. He jumped behind me as I carefully aimed and fired the Zap-O-Matic nozzle at the group of spiders. Whoosh, zap, boom, ping. We watched as one by one the spiders sizzled and pinged, shrinking back down to the normal size. Ping, 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 ping. "You did it!" yelled Kenny. "We did it," I shouted. We stared in amazement as all the little spiders scuttled away. It was only then that I realized how exhausted I was. At that moment, a pesky fly flew onto my face. I swatted it, but it hovered right in front of my eyes and then landed on my nose. My new and improved vision allowed me to see the creature clearly. I couldn't believe it. It was the red chopper, shrunk down like a tiny bug. And for the first time, I saw the face behind the glass, a face so strangely familiar. "You'll pay for this," a shrill little voice screeched. Then the tiny chopper took off and disappeared into the sky. Chapter 8. Back home, Mum, Grandma and Kenny were celebrating our great victory over the monster spiders with a hot tray of chocolate brownies. I couldn't believe how far I'd come in my ninja training already, but something was still bothering me. I just couldn't put my finger on it. "Please, Grandma," begged Kenny, let us use the Zap-O-Matic to make these brownies bigger." "I'm afraid not," said Grandma. "Remember, we have to use our power for the greater good, not for brownies." "But it would be the greater good of my belly," argued Kenny. At that moment, my dad's photo on the wall caught my eye. I suddenly realized why the guy in the chopper had looked so familiar. He was an angrier, wilder version of my dad. What the? Something tells me this Ninja Kid thing is about to get a whole lot crazier. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and there's more coming soon. So see you next time.